Rated M for mature.
Just like an elite athlete, the best Zombie Army 4 players are all about the game within the game. Here are more Z challenges to tick off if you're a true pro. Hello and welcome to the channel. You look new here. We run 14-hour induction courses every Tuesday, Thursday and every second Saturday. Alternatively, you could just hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. In this video, we're taking a look at those shiny, sought-after accolades lurking in the pause menu of Zombie Army 4's campaign missions, Z challenges. Just like Sniper Elite 4's challenges, these encourage you to look at every level in a different way in order to tick off a feat of cunning, preparation, or absolutely legging it for 8 minutes straight in the name of completionism. And as these weapon mastery icons lay out in what are pretty stark terms, completionism is quite the hook, isn't it? We've looked at Z challenges before, back in the temporal mists just after ZA4's release, but since then the game's expanded in all directions, with 2 seasons of DLC bringing new weapons, characters, skins, and most pertinently for the purposes of this video, new missions with fresh Z challenges within them. So let's take a look at 5 of the best and find out how tricky they are to tick off. Let's start with one that's just pure fun, in a chapter that has a lot of that going on in the first place. By the end of the Blood Count DLC mission, you've uncovered a rather amazing Nazi drill with a robot voice. That's an actual sentence I've said out loud, is it good? And within its inner workings are all sorts of traps that you can mulch the undead in. But the Save Me the Bother Z challenge wants you to turn your foes into jam in a very specific way, by friendly fire. This is easier than it sounds, don't worry. You might be spending the early part of the chapter running past everyone, trying to keep the whole mob alive while you pray for a soldier zombie's wild and erratic fire to take down a few plodders, but there's no need. Just get to this bit where what looks like a simple battery insertion procedure turns into a massive ambush involving your friend and mine, the gunner. Then it's just a matter of directing his fire into the zombies you've baited into the dangerous bit between his gun and your oh so delicious body. If you manage to rack up the friendly fire kills without actually letting the gunner's bullets get through you and kill you, the Z challenge is yours. Next. Number 2 is a toughie. You need to reach a combo of 150 or more in the first chapter of Deeper Than Hell to unlock Zombo, a brilliantly named Z challenge which describes itself very neatly. This is a really hard area to keep crowd control happening on, all dark and full of walkways and choke points and areas that you can basically get backed into while a bunch of suiciders just blast you. So even staying alive here is a bit of a challenge, and doing so while nailing 150 kills without missing, at least not too much, is really something. You can stack the odds in your favour by choosing Josiah for this one, whose longer combo timer will definitely come in handy, and by selecting some combo perks that help the number tick up faster. You can even raise the zombie count in the menu beforehand to keep the flow strong, although it does get a bit butchery this way. Who doesn't like a good game of the floor is lava, eh? And while I can hear some of you saying the over 5s, I'm choosing to ignore it, because this next Z challenge in the final chapter of Damnation Valley gets you to stop and look at the area in a different way, and then solve a geographical challenge, all the while killing quite a lot of zombies. Goes without saying that really, doesn't it? See that floor there? Don't touch that. Instead, you'll need to find a way across the tracks using the rooftops of the trains themselves, and some handily placed boxes that are just about jumpable. It's straightforward enough to get across once you realise the path, but the trick here is not forgetting the whole floor is lava thing right at the end of the mission, when specials come tumbling out at you like jerk circus performers, and you're cramped for space and could really use all that floor over there for manoeuvring on. Back up instead and head back into the building if you need to, funnel the idiots into the doorway, lay down the pain, and then the Z challenge is yours once the chapter's complete. Number 4 is all about the making it happen part and less about the feat itself. Death from Above, the Z challenge in Chapter 2 of Alpine Blitz, wants you to kill 10 enemies via artillery strike. Now, anyone who's launched one of those flares from an artillery flare pistol knows that getting 10 kills isn't exactly a godlike feat. In fact, it would almost be harder to get less than 10 kills with one, but let's not worry about that. Instead, let's focus on where you find the artillery pistol in the first place. And spoilers, obviously, for anyone who wants to find out for themselves. Ready? Okay, just after you disable the first trap in the final part of the mission, head down these stairs, mind all that lot, and follow back round to this area at the back of the building. In this crate, one flare pistol. One flare, one, 7, 8, 9, okay, lots of artillery hits on zombie bonces. And now for a different kind of Z challenge. Instead of getting you to stop and smell the roses, Terror Labs Chapter 3 wants you to do the exact opposite and blitz through it in its entirety in less than 8 minutes, earning Speed Demon in the process. Now this all sounds very doable for just about the first 5.5 minutes, particularly if, like us, you swap out your usual lumbering Boris and skip past the vast majority of the rotting population. But then there's the final battle after you've boshed all the shrines, involving quite high numbers of armoured giants, and in the case of our playthrough, not one but 2 gunners. Suddenly getting all this lot down before the timer's up seems like cutting it a bit fine actually, and it's only now as you sprint for the door in the dying seconds that you realise how crucial it was to have been legging it through this entire mission. This is a tight one, but it's very doable. 5 Z challenges down, only, well, all the other ones to go, actually. It's worth it all to see that pop though, isn't it? We want to know what's the hardest challenge you've done in the base game or DLCs. Tell us the tale down in the comments, we'll stoke the fire and get the marshmallows out. It's about that time in the video to let you know that liking this video really helps us, so please do that if you've had fun here, and we'll see you next time.